You are the last human at listening post Epsilon. It sits at the cold edge of the galaxy. Your job is simple. You listen to the dark. For generations, your family has done this work. You watch the endless night for whispers from the void. Most days are filled with the soft hum of machinery. The hiss of cosmic background radiation is your only companion. It is a lonely but peaceful existence. Today is different. An impossible signal cuts through the static. It is sharp and clear, and it comes from a dead star. A star that collapsed under its own weight 1,000 years ago. Your screens show its final, violent shudder. A star cannot send messages after it dies, yet the signal repeats. It is a tight beam of focused energy. It is deliberate, and it is aimed directly at you. You run the diagnostic sequence 3 times. The equipment is flawless. The signal is real. It is not an echo. It is not a glitch in the system. It is a voice from a place of absolute silence. It speaks in a language you do not understand. But the mathematics behind it are universal. This is a sign of intelligence. An intelligence that defies the known laws of star science. You forward the message to Central Command. Your hands tremble slightly as you type. This signal changes everything we thought we knew. The silence of space has been broken, and the call is coming from a ghost. The galaxy feels colder now, more mysterious. You lean back in your chair. Your heart pounds against your ribs. You are no longer just listening to the dark. The dark is finally speaking back. A new alert flashes on your main screen. A massive anomaly has appeared over Earth. It is a fleet of unknown origin. They did not arrive through hyperspace. There was no flash of light, no warning. One moment the sky was clear. The next, they were simply there. They hang in high orbit, perfectly still. Their ships are like shards of obsidian. They reflect no light, betraying no origin. They do not transmit any signal. They do not answer our frantic hails. They simply wait in perfect, unnerving silence. For 3 days, the world holds its breath. Nations put aside their quarrels. Every eye is turned toward the silent visitors. Are they explorers or conquerors? Gods or monsters? The silence is their greatest weapon. It fills our minds with fear and doubt. It makes our own world feel alien. We watch them through our most powerful telescopes. The ships are impossibly large, cities in the void. Their design follows no human engineering principles. They are smooth, seamless, without visible engines or weapons. They seem less built and more grown, as if they were carved from a single piece of unknown material. You wonder if they are even crewed at all, or if the ships themselves are the beings. It's the kind of thought that makes you want to check if your insurance covers silent alien judgment. The tension is a physical thing, a weight on the planet. Leaders speak in hushed, urgent tones. Experts offer theories that sound like wild guesses. No one knows what to do. Every possible action feels like a gamble. Firing on them could mean instant annihilation. Doing nothing could be an invitation to invade. We are frozen, caught in the gaze of a silent, unknown power. Central Command makes a decision. We will send a ship to meet them, but not one of our modern warships. They are too aggressive, too loud. Instead, we send our oldest surviving vessel, the museum piece known as the Messenger. It is a relic from a slower, more hopeful time. It was built for exploration, not for war. A single pilot will guide it, a diplomat chosen for her calm and courage. She carries the weight of human history on her shoulders. Her mission is not to fight, but to understand. She is our last, best hope. You watch the small ship ascend from the launch pad. It is a tiny spark of light against the colossal darkness of the alien fleet. It feels like sending a dove to greet a hurricane. But it is a gesture of peace, a sign that we are willing to talk. The journey is short. The messenger approaches the lead alien vessel. The silence from the visitors remains absolute. The diplomat's voice is steady as she broadcasts her greeting. She speaks in every language known to humanity. She sends images of our art, our science, our world. She offers a message of peace and a request for dialogue. For a long time, there is no reply. The universe seems to hold its breath. Then, a single narrow beam of light lances out. It is not a weapon. It envelops the messenger. The ship's systems do not register any damage. The light is pure information. It downloads directly into the ship's computers and into the mind of the diplomat. She falls silent. Her last transmission is a single gasped word, a name for our silent visitors. She calls them the Elder Ones. The diplomat's consciousness returns, streaming back to us. She is changed. Her thoughts are now a torrent of alien concepts. The visitors are ancient, truly ancient. They were born in the dawn of the galaxy. They have watched stars ignite and die. They are not conquerors. They are refugees. And they are bearers of a terrible warning. They did not come to harm us. They came to save us from a shared enemy. They bring a message of a galaxy-wide extinction. An enemy is sweeping through the cosmos. An enemy that consumes all life and all light. The Elder Ones have been running from it for eons. Their journey has been a long retreat across the dark. They are the last of their kind. Their silent arrival was a test, a way to see if we would react with fear or with curiosity. Our peaceful gesture with the messenger saved us. They show us images from their memories, entire civilizations turned to dust, worlds teeming with life silenced in a moment. The scope of the destruction is unimaginable. It is a firestorm burning its way across the stars, and it is coming for us. The Elder Ones did not choose Earth by chance. They were guided here by an ancient prophecy, a prophecy that spoke of a hidden power, a power that could turn the tide. This enemy has a name whispered in fear across 1,000 star systems. They are called the Scourge. They are not a civilization. They are a plague, a swarm of self-replicating machines. Their only purpose is to consume matter and energy. They strip planets down to the bedrock. They drain the energy from suns. They leave nothing behind but cold, silent space. Entire star systems have vanished without a trace. The Elder Ones show us the gaps in the star charts, dark patches where brilliant nebulae once shone, empty voids where galactic clusters used to be. The Scourge moves faster than light. They appear without warning. They are a storm that cannot be outrun. Their numbers are beyond counting, a tide of hungry metal and relentless programming. The Galactic Council, if such a thing even exists, is gone. The great empires have fallen. The Elder Ones are all that is left of a once vibrant cosmic community. They are here because they have nowhere else to go, and because they believe we are the galaxy's last chance. A thought that's both flattering and absolutely terrifying. It's like finding out you've been elected president of a club that's on fire. The Scourge does not communicate. It does not negotiate. It only consumes. It is the physical embodiment of entropy, the universe's tendency toward decay and disorder, made manifest. Their ships are a chaotic jumble of stolen technology, jagged metal and glowing energy conduits. They are ugly, brutal, and terrifyingly effective. They are the end of all things. The Elder Ones did not come for our weapons. Our missiles and lasers are like children's toys to them. They are useless against the infinite tide of the Scourge. They saw our technology, our societies. They saw our potential and our flaws. But they were looking for something deeper, something we had forgotten we even possessed. They came for a power buried in our own minds. It is an inheritance from our most distant ancestors, a psychic potential that has lain dormant for millennia, a connection to the very fabric of the universe. In our ancient past, we were all connected. We shared our thoughts, our dreams, our fears. We were a single global consciousness. But as our technology grew, our inner power faded. We learned to speak through machines instead of minds. We became isolated, alone. The Elder Ones detected this forgotten power, a faint psychic echo across the void. It was the reason they traveled to our small, blue world. It was the source of their ancient prophecy. They believe this power, our power, is the only thing that can stop the scourge. Not with explosions, but with thought. Not with force, but with will. It is a concept so alien that our leaders struggle to grasp it. They explain that the scourge has a weakness. Its hive mind is vast, but simple. It is driven by pure logic and hunger. It cannot comprehend the abstract. It cannot understand art, or hope, or courage. It cannot fight against a weapon it does not believe can exist. Our forgotten inheritance is a key, a way to unlock a weapon made of pure consciousness. The Elder Ones begin the process. They use their own advanced consciousness to send a signal. It is not a radio wave or a beam of light. It is a psychic resonance broadcast across the entire planet. It is gentle, insistent, like a song you can't quite remember. It bypasses our technology. It speaks directly to the sleeping part of our minds. It is time for humanity to wake up. The Great Awakening is not a quiet event. It is a storm in every human mind. For a moment, you feel a profound vertigo. The walls of your own skull seem to dissolve. Your thoughts are no longer your own. They are part of a vast, flowing river of consciousness. You can feel the hopes and fears of billions. The collective memory of a species rushes through you. Millions of people cry out, not in pain, but in awe. The silence in our minds has been broken. We are no longer alone. We share a single, silent voice. It is confusing, chaotic, overwhelming. The minds of 7 billion people all speaking at once. Yet, beneath the noise, there is a harmony, a shared sense of identity, a feeling of coming home to a place you never knew you had left. The Elder Ones guide us through the first moments. They teach us how to find stillness in the storm, how to focus our shared thoughts, how to build walls of mental silence to preserve our individuality. We are a network now, a living web of thought and emotion. Our potential is staggering. We are more than just a species. We are becoming a single, planetary intelligence. Our first use of this power is tentative. We are like infants learning to walk. The Elder Ones teach us a simple technique, the art of projection, the ability to create illusions so real they can fool machines. The Scourge has scout ships, small, fast vessels that map out their next meal. Our first task is to deceive these scouts, to make them believe that our system is empty or already destroyed. We focus our collective will. We reach out into the dark space beyond our world. We paint images with our minds. We create ghost fleets of our own design. They are not real ships. They are constructs of pure thought, phantoms in the dark. We project the energy signatures of a dying star, the radiation of a system that has already been consumed. We make our home look like a graveyard. It is a monumental effort. It leaves us drained, exhausted, but it works. The first Scourge Scout arrives. It is a small, jagged thing, a splinter of the main fleet. It scans our system from a distance. Its sensors see exactly what we want them to see. An empty, worthless sector of space. It registers our projected illusions as reality. After a few hours of silent observation, it turns and leaves. It did not see us. The whole thing feels like the galaxy's most stressful game of hide and seek. We have won a small victory. We have bought ourselves time. But the effort was immense. The shared mind is a powerful tool, but it is also fragile. The fear and panic of billions are a constant threat. We must learn to control our own emotions. We must become a disciplined and focused force. The Elder Ones warn us that this deception will not last forever. The main fleet is coming. We must be ready. A message arrives, not from the void, but from within. The Elder Ones open a channel to another part of the galaxy. It is a desperate, fading cry for help. It comes from a civilization we have never met. A species of crystalline beings from the Eridanus sector. Their world, their beautiful, shining world, is under attack. The Scourge has found them. We watch through the shared mind of the Elder Ones. We see the Scourge fleet descend, a black tide of metal locusts. They swarm the crystalline planet. The beings fight back with weapons of light and sound. Their defenses are incredible, beautiful, and deadly. But they are outnumbered 1,000,000 to 1. The Scourge consumes their weapons, their cities, their very essence. The psychic scream of their extinction echoes in our minds. It is a wave of pure agony. The Galactic Council, or what remains of it, sends a message. It is a formal declaration of failure. Their combined fleets are powerless to stop the Scourge. They have lost too many ships, too many worlds. The message is one of surrender and of warning. They tell us to run, to hide. They tell us that resistance is futile. It is a message of utter despair. The tears of 1,000 worlds weigh heavily on our new consciousness. But we do not feel despair. We feel anger. We feel a cold, burning resolve. We have seen the face of our enemy. We have felt the pain of its victims. We will not run. We will not hide. This is our home. We will make our stand here. The fall of the crystalline beings was not in vain. It has shown us the true stakes. It has forged our collective will into a weapon. We turn our focus inward. The ghost fleets were a good first step. But illusions will not be enough to stop the main fleet. We need real weapons, not weapons of metal and plasma. We need weapons of thought. The Elder Ones become our teachers. They guide us in the art of shaping psychic energy. We learn to take the raw power of our shared mind and give it form. On Earth, a new kind of training begins. In quiet parks and empty stadiums, people gather. They sit in silent circles, their eyes closed. They are not meditating. They are forging. They learn to pull on the river of our collective consciousness. They shape it with their will. They create blades of pure psychic force, swords that can cut through the fabric of reality, shields of pure focus that can deflect any blow. It is a difficult and dangerous process. A moment of doubt can shatter a psychic shield. A flicker of fear can cause a blade of will to dissolve. We must learn to master our own minds, to be a calm center in the storm of 1,000,000,000 thoughts. We create psychic constructs, golems of pure thought animated by our collective will. They are our new soldiers, our new defenders. We are no longer just hiding. We are preparing for war. The work is slow and arduous, but with each passing day, our skill grows. The weapons become sharper, the shields stronger. We learn to work together, small groups of minds linking to create more complex and powerful constructs. We are building an army of thought, an arsenal of consciousness. It's a strange new world, where the most powerful weapon you have is a really, really focused thought. Maybe they should have taught this in schools. The warning comes from the elder ones. Their long-range sensors detect a massive energy signature. It is moving toward our sun at an impossible speed. The shadow is falling on Sol. The main Scourge fleet has arrived. It is larger than they feared. Larger than anything our star science thought possible. It is not a fleet. It is a moving continent of metal and death. Its sheer size blots out the stars. It stretches from the orbit of Mercury to the edge of the asteroid belt. The number of individual ships is beyond calculation. They are a swarm that fills the inner solar system. Their energy readings defy all known physics. This is not just an army. It is a force of nature, a galactic hurricane poised to tear our world apart. There is no more time for training. The final battle is about to begin. The collective human mind recoils in shock. The scale of the Scourge is a physical blow. Fear ripples through the network, a wave of panic that threatens to shatter our fragile unity. The Elder Ones send a calming wave of their own, a feeling of ancient resolve. They remind us of our training. They remind us of the fallen worlds. Their strength becomes our own. The fear subsides, replaced by a cold, hard determination. The battle for the outer gates begins. The Scourge fleet does not slow down. It moves toward Earth with relentless purpose. Our physical ships, the remnants of our world's navies, move to intercept. They meet the first wave near the orbit of Neptune. It is a desperate, heroic stand. Our ships are massively outgunned and outnumbered. They fight with courage, selling their lives for precious minutes. But they are not alone. Beside them fight our new weapons, the constructs of pure thought. Golems of psychic energy wade into the battle. They are giants made of willpower. They tear through Scourge ships with blades of focused thought. Our psychic shields, held by groups of minds on Earth, protect our physical fleet. For every human ship that falls, a dozen Scourge vessels are destroyed by our phantom warriors. The battle is a chaotic symphony of light and destruction. Plasma torpedoes streak past shimmering walls of pure will. Metal hulls tear and explode. But our thought constructs cannot be destroyed. They are illusions with substance. If one is dispersed, the minds behind it simply create another. We are fighting on two planes at once, the physical and the mental. The Scourge is confused. Its logic cannot process what is happening. It cannot adapt to a war fought with imagination. The effort is draining us. Maintaining the constructs, the shields, the weapons, requires immense focus. Every human mind is a soldier in this war. The factory worker in Mumbai, the farmer in Kenya, the child sleeping in her bed in Argentina. We are all on the front lines. Our shared consciousness is a raging fire. Fueled by the will of 7 billion souls, we are holding them back. But the Scourge is endless. For every wave we destroy, another takes its place. We need more power. We are fighting a war of attrition that we cannot win. The Elder Ones tell us there is one last step to take. One final, desperate gamble. We must bring every single human mind into the network. Not just the ones who are awake and focused, every single one. The dreaming, the young, the old, the unwilling. We must become a single, unified being, the chorus of 1 billion minds. It is a dangerous idea. A full merge could erase our individuality forever. We could become a hive mind, no different from the Scourge. But the choice is clear: annihilation or transformation. Across the planet, a silent agreement is reached. We will risk everything. We will become one. The Elder Ones guide the process. They help us break down the final barriers between our minds. The power surge is incredible. It is like a star being born in our collective soul. The thoughts and memories of every human who has ever lived flow into the network. The wisdom of generations. The full spectrum of human emotion, love, hate, joy, sorrow. It is a torrent that threatens to tear us apart. But at its core, there is a single, unifying force: the will to survive. The combined psychic energy of our species becomes a literal star in the darkness of space, a beacon of pure consciousness. This immense force needs a focus, a single mind to channel its power, a person to act as the anchor for the entire species, to become the lens that can focus our psychic sun into a burning beam of light. The power is too great for any one person to hold for long. It will burn them out, consume their identity. It is a sacrifice of the highest order. Who could possibly bear such a burden? A voice rises from the chorus. It is young, clear, and steady. It belongs to the pilot of a small fighter craft, a young woman who has been fighting on the front lines near Neptune. She has seen the scourge up close. She has felt the courage of her fellow pilots. She has touched the minds of the construct forgers. She understands the stakes. She volunteers. She will become the anchor for humanity. She will be the mind of the many. Her consciousness is brought to the forefront of the network. The power of 1 billion minds flows into her. For a moment, her identity flickers. She is everyone and no one. She feels the birth of stars and the love of a mother for her child. She experiences 1 million lifetimes in a single second. The Elder Ones protect her. They help her build a fortress of will around her core identity. She holds. She becomes the tip of the spear, the focused will of an entire species. She turns her new awareness toward the Scourge fleet. She can see it for what it truly is: a hollow thing, a vast, complex machine driven by a simple, brutal command: consume. It has no soul, no courage, no hope. It is a ghost, an echo of a long-dead purpose. It is nothing compared to the raging star of life she now commands. She gathers the full power of humanity, the love, the anger, the fierce, desperate will to live. She prepares to strike. There is no sound, there is no explosion, just a wave of pure human consciousness. It erupts from our solar system like a silent supernova. It is not a weapon of energy or force. It is a wave of pure meaning, of art and song and sacrifice and love. It is everything the Scourge is not. It is the concept of life itself, weaponized. The last silence falls upon the battlefield. The wave strikes the Scourge fleet. The machines do not explode, they simply stop. Their energy systems go dark. Their hive mind, so vast and powerful, cannot process what it is seeing. It is a logic bomb made of pure emotion. It is a cascade of paradoxes that crashes their central programming. The concept of hope is a virus for which they have no defense. The idea of sacrifice is a fatal error in their code. From the lead ship to the smallest scout, the Scourge dies. The swarm becomes a tomb, a silent, drifting continent of dead metal. The psychic echo of our victory rolls across the galaxy. It is a message to the scattered survivors, a declaration that the long night is over. The tide has been turned, not by fleets or by bombs, but by the unified will of a small, noisy species from a forgotten corner of the galaxy. The young pilot, the anchor, releases her hold. The power flows back into the collective. Her mind is scarred, burned, but intact. She is a hero unlike any other in history. She did not fire a single shot, but she won the war. Humanity is changed forever. We are no longer just individuals. We are a network, a family of minds. We have awoken a power we are only beginning to understand. The galaxy is wider and full of more possibilities than we ever dreamed. The silence that follows is not one of fear. It is the silence of a new dawn.